Hello everybody, this is the guys at Talking Apple at talkingapple.co.uk. Also find our podcasts in iTunes, Talking Apple. Here we have today a comparison between the new iPhone 4 just came out from Apple and the iPad. They both have the same processor, the famous now A4 chip that Apple puts in their new devices. So let's check the speed. Perhaps start with an application that both of them have. The iBooks that is now available for the iPhone as well as the iPad. So let's try and open them both there. You can see the iPhone seems to open it they open both at the same time, but the iPhone opens it with a book already there. So let's try PDFs Oh, that didn't work very well. All right, just position it correctly. Yeah, pretty much the same, isn't it? Sorry, I didn't mean to open the store there. Perhaps something a bit heavier just to compare. A few games, maybe. I've got here a pretty heavy game, which is NBA Live. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Pretty close, isn't it? There we go. No difference really between one and the other. Let's try something else. Let's try FIFA. That's again a pretty heavy game from EA Games. The iPhone, I've noticed this before. The iPhone seems to be just a tiny bit faster. Not anything that you would mind, but just slightly faster. But I've played in both of them, and the actual gameplay is absolutely fluent. There's no problems whatsoever. Let's try even a heavier one, X-Plane, which is one of the first, really was the first real flight simulation game for the iPhone. Let's open it up. That's upside down, but it doesn't really matter. Comparison reasons. So there we go. Again, the iPhone is slightly quicker. Now let's try something different. We've just tried to test really the processor here. Now they're both connected to the same Wi-Fi network, so there should be no difference there. And even though, well, really all of them have, or both of them have 802.11n. So again, they are on the same hardware really. Let's just see if that reflects. We'll just try and load a couple of links here. Let's see, perhaps this one over here. 1, 2, 3. See if they're both. So still loading, as you can see. Maybe a bit of flash there. Pretty long page, isn't it? Don't know if they're actually going to finish it out. Let's try something different. Let's try our own web page, maybe talkingapple.co.uk. See what that, how that shows up. Talking Apple. The iPhone was actually quite a bit faster. Maybe it has to do with the fact that, or how these seem to cache the pages. But that was quite a bit faster. Let's see if I've got another link that I've got on both. Don't really know if I do. There we go, Apple Insider. Probably the iPhone might load the iPhone specific version, but let's try it. I see it's loading the iPhone version. This is not what I wanted. There we go. Let's try the full view page. We can grab a link from both at the same time. There we go. Let's put it on landscape there. So let's try this new first story. Android struggling to mimic iPhone's pay-to-earn marketplace, whatever that's about. Let's try this. There we go. It's pretty much at the same time. Again, the iPhone seems to have the edge just about. They both finished at the same time. I mean, yes, the iPhone might be slightly quicker, but nothing that's substantial. And I think really that's what I take out of this comparison. Let me see if I've got some. Okay, that might be interesting. A speed test. So I think I've got the same speed test here. Let's try it out. So I don't think this works in landscape. So let me try and just put it here in portrait mode. Just begin to test. That might not be a fair comparison because you've got perhaps one just sucking all, and the other one will be left behind. So yeah, probably not the best of comparisons. Tell you what, let me test one at a time. Let's try the iPad now. As you can see, my Wi-Fi is not the best. My internet connection is not the best. There you go. That's 5,000 kilobits per second down and about 780 up. Let's try the iPhone now. It's quite a bit slower. Then again, that's not just up to the phone. That's how the actual router is actually doing, which by the way is an Airport Express anyway. But as we can see in the web page, it actually loads pretty much the same at the same speed. And we have to mention that if you were to compare this to an iPhone 3G, which we're actually going to compare it and put a video down on YouTube soon, you'll see that it's not just the network that you're getting, but it's how fast the phone is able to process the information that's coming through. So really, that's the comparison for now. I hope you enjoy that. It gives you an idea of how really similar these two devices are in terms of speed. So please check our website, talkingapple.co.uk, and especially our podcast, Talking Apple in iTunes. So that's it for now. See you soon. Bye.